Have you ever felt like you talk a lot, but no one truly listens? Have you ever wished you could move people to action, not by shouting, but with just a few concise, powerful, and timely words? The world today is filled with noise. Everyone wants to be heard, but very few know how to speak in a way that truly resonates. And that's the key difference between a speaker and a leader. This book doesn't teach you how to sound impressive. It teaches you how to speak so you'll be remembered, respected, and followed. You won't need to shout, flatter, or try to please everyone. You just need to speak with precision, purpose, and weight. Through 10 practical and inspiring chapters, you'll learn the art of using your words as a leadership tool in life, in work, and in everyday interactions. Chapter 1, Silence is Power. In life, not speaking can be a form of strength, but most of us never learn that. Whether in meetings, family dinners, or college chats, we often feel the need to say something to get attention. But true leaders are those who learn to listen first. Silence is an art. Those who master it are never forgotten in a crowd. Picture someone entering a room and quietly sitting in a corner, calm and composed, not intimidating, but magnetic. That's confident silence. Chapter 2, Stop Talking, Start Leading. Many people believe that answering every question and voicing every opinion makes them appear smart. But in reality, those who speak too much slowly devalue their own words. A leader is not the one who speaks the most, but the one who speaks at the right time and stands firmly behind their words. Every time you speak without thought, you diminish your own weight. Leadership begins with being responsible for your words. Every word should have a purpose and direction. Chapter 3, Speak Less, Influence More. Society often equates eloquence with intelligence, but not everyone who talks a lot has influence. Real influence comes from words that are sincere, drawn from experience and reflection. A person who speaks less but chooses the right time and place is the one who truly leads. A real leader knows when, how, and what story to tell. When you speak with intention, people listen with attention. Chapter 4, Own the Room with Your Voice. Have you ever met someone who walked into a room and changed the atmosphere without saying much? That power doesn't come from rehearsed lines or showmanship. It comes from owning their voice. A leader isn't afraid of judgment, isn't ashamed, and doesn't fear making mistakes. They speak with certainty because they know why they're speaking. When you speak with clarity, confidence, and calm, even in simple words, people pay attention. Chapter 5, Don't Beg to be Heard. Many people repeat their opinions over and over to get acknowledgement, but a leader never begs to be heard. If no one listens, they stay silent and redirect their energy where it's valued. They don't need agreement to feel worthy. When you speak once, with confidence and composure, your words will echo farther than if you repeated them 100 times. Chapter 6, Say what scares you most. What you're afraid to say often hides your greatest power. A true leader doesn't run from fear. They face it and speak it aloud. That's the moment leadership begins. You can't stay silent forever if something inside you is burning to be said. When you finally say what you've always avoided, your life begins to shift, and you inspire others to do the same. Chapter 7, Make people listen without forcing them. We all want to be respected, understood, and heard. But the more we try to force it, the less people actually listen. Influence doesn't come from pressure. It comes from calm, sincerity, and knowing when to stay silent. When you speak from stillness and then go quiet, people start to wonder why you're so confident. That moment of silence makes all the difference. Chapter 8, Drop the nice guy voice. An overly soft voice, always trying to please, often reflects weakness, not strength. A leader doesn't need to be liked by everyone. They need to be respected. They speak clearly, strongly, and truthfully, even when it's not what others want to hear. They don't dim themselves to keep the crowd comfortable. Chapter 9, Speak like you belong here. When you step into a big room, if you doubt yourself, others will too. A leader speaks as if their presence matters, not with arrogance, but with self-respect. You don't need a degree or a title to belong anywhere. You need the confidence that your voice has value. When you speak with that belief, your voice carries depth and impact. Chapter 10, Turn silence into strength. Speaking more doesn't mean having more power. Timely silence can be more impactful than the loudest speech. When you're silent, but your eyes, presence, and energy speak for you, that's real power. You don't have to react to everything or answer everyone. Learn to be still, to observe, to feel, and only speak when it truly matters. That's when time itself seems to pause. Now you know, the power of your words doesn't come from how much you say, but from whether you say the right thing at the right time. Your voice is no longer a faint echo in the crowd. It is a beacon, a guiding force, a statement of who you are. Remember, every word you speak is a choice. You either echo the noise of the world or create a sound that sparks change. If there's something burning inside you that's still unsaid, don't let it be buried in silence. Now is the time to rise, speak, and lead. The road ahead is long, and there is much still to be uncovered. So stay with us in the next chapters, where we explore the power of thought, the art of influence, and the discipline of staying true to what matters most. Because starting today, you don't just speak. You are ready to change the world with your voice.